Right.
Charles is intrigued by Sabine talking to him.
It's just talk between avian creatures. Don't worry about it, Charles. From one bird to another, and then I just smirk.
You cough and a feather comes out.
What, did I inhale a bird?
Hey, maybe that's an Albert. Charles chuckles to that answer. Well, since how late is it now, dear God?
If there was a setting sun, it would start to set right now. So basically, it would be halfway down.
7 p.m. about.
Let's say 7 to 8. Yeah.
Okay. Seeing as Charles is a bit hungry, he will say to the others, "How about we go hit an inn for some well-deserved dinner?"
Is there even such things around here?
Surely they have some kind of food facility, right?
I don't know if they have that many visitors that they build an inn for them.
Ah, fair enough. Well, maybe. Well,
Maybe we should go to the market real quick and hand these items in if they're still there. We have some ores of kinds and the weapons that Flora is carrying.
Indeed. We also managed to procure the electron pieces.
Also got old and iron ore.
well enough.
But I don't know, guys. I would retire to the moon side.
Straight to the moon already, okay.
I mean,
mean-
in that case, we should surely hand in this stuff early before we go to the moon.
Peter prefers it on the moon side.
Should we deliver them and then go to the moon?
I guess that's it then.
Sounds reasonable.
All right. Great. So, as you approach the marketplace, the first thing you all hear is a very a surprised dwarf. Well, keep up my buttocks. You little green dog actually found half me great axes.
This green dog is more competent than your guardsman, yes.
Well, obviously, that's why I'm surprised. In any case, come on, bring him on back.
Yeah, we'll bring him on back.
Right,
Yep.
great. She looks them over. They seem a bit damaged, but still great condition. I can still fix them. There's nothing I cannot fix. All right. These are definitely mine. Okay, a deal's a deal. And she hands you a pouch with 500 gold.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
That's 50 gold per axe that you've taken back to her.
So we should have how do you say it? Kept that thing alive for a bit.
It
We
doesn't
should've-
create them though.
No, but he summons them, and since we only got half, he could have done it twice more, and then he could have gotten all the X.
But the X's must still be out there.
Yeah.
So,
That's okay.
I'll tell her pleasure doing business. If you need anything, if you need any more lost axes, you can just tell us.
What? You just found these and didn't keep looking?
Well, who said we were done?
Whatever. But yes, if you do find me other great axes, I'll be damn happy.
And I'll hand 100 gold coins to everybody.
Thank you, Daddy.
Everybody.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Also,
Flora.
Flora, that's not possible. You need to divide by 6, not by 5.
I'll,
Laura gets no pocket money. She gets grounded if she asks
has
for
no
money.
pockets.
Oh.
oh my god.
Flora gets some of the berries I gathered while I
Do we
was
need
mining.
to cast talk to animals to talk to skunks?
I mean, by
Huh?
now he must believe he's a dog.
I love it.
No, I just don't care because he know dwarves and he hates them.
All right. What would you
Well,
guys
not her.
like to do now?
Well, go to the next woman
All
on the
right.
list.
We go to Sarah then. Okay, great. You don't really immediately see Sarah at her stand, but you hear some noise behind it. Like objects being moved around, thrown around sometimes.
We brought you some more.
And then you see took her like the half of her head like pop up from above the from the stand. For you, Skux, it just barely doesn't touch your chin, but she can see you. It's like, oh, hello, it's you guys again. And then she goes and finds a chair and pushes it, and then goes up on it. All right, show me what you got.
All right. I'll hand her three gold ore chunks and 3 iron ore chunks and 2 little chips of electrum.
So how much iron, how much gold, and how much electrum?
I have 2
I have-
iron.
What do you say?
I have 2 iron.
So I in total 5 iron,
Mm-hmm.
3 gold,
Yeah.
2 electrum.
And 2 electrum pieces. Okay, so as she takes as you present all of these, she first and foremost takes the electrum piece, like, oh my, honest to God electrum pieces, and authentic. And she bites a bit, the classical thing to see if it's real. She then takes like a magnifying glass that's far too big. It's bigger than her head, and she uses it to look into it. You see like a giant version of her eye through it. Looking, darting left and right. Interesting. Like the light from the sun actually rains through it, and like tries to look almost like it's like doing the burning effect with it, but not really. It's like interesting. Very, very, very good quality. Yes. All right, these are honest to God electrum pieces. I didn't expect you to actually find one of these.
Can I ask her something?
Yes.
So, lady, usually electrum is not as much valuable as, for example, gold. Why would you specifically ask for electrum?
Enchantments. These
alright.
things can be used by us for decent enchantments. They're... Actually, shouldn't say it, but because you brought me some electrum pieces, she darts left and right. I was asked by Sunelena and Monatria themselves that they needed 1 piece each.
Speaking.
But she didn't hear it from me.
No, of
So-
course not.
So, yeah, okay. So for these electrum pieces, I'm obviously going to give you some, let's see. Nope, not this. No. Well, first of all, because you helped me, I'm going to help you. Everything you want to buy from me is 20% off. And as for the electrum pieces, 1 second. And she jumps off like the table and runs towards Adeline. And it's like, and then she takes like a little item. Like, hey, what are you doing, Sarah? It's like, sorry, Adeline, just taking what's my due. That's your due? That's one of my best items, you little piece of shit. And she keeps cursing with her hand in the air. She doesn't actually make a move to, catch Sarah. She's just being, just spouting decent dwarvish curses. And she looks over. So, I would maybe give you this. And you are looking at... the same scimitar that you saw a while before at the table.
The one that Skux believe is normal. Okay.
A good thing Asuka didn't end up buying it.
Would have gotten
Nice.
something else.
All right. He presents it to you.
What? Thank you.
Ask
Do I
her
still
what it
believe it's-
is.
Isn't this just a normal scimitar? Is this a normal scimitar?
Maybe for the normal eye, but no, it's not. It's actually a little work that both me and Adeline worked on together. It's actually a pretty cool item. I mean, it was also blessed by Sunalena, but that's just beside the point.
Can you elaborate?
Well, this is a flame tongue scimitar.
Oh.
It's like fire damage.
Very much so. And so she explains to you what this item can do. So, mechanical viewpoint, you can use your bonus action to speak a magic command of this sword. Then the sword shall engulf itself in flames. And it will give light in a 40-foot radius. And then another 40-foot radius of dim light. And while it's ablaze, it will deal an extra 2d6 of fire damage to any target that it hits. The flames stop working until you stop it with a bonus action, or until you drop or sheath your sword.
I remember.
Yeah, and
that
it's
one.
Scimitar
It's in-
finesse, but it's a martial weapon, I believe.
is it in
It is-
infinite charges?
It has no charges.
Oh, nice.
Yep, it's forever.
Yeah,
but it's a martial weapon.
It's a martial weapon.
I got only simple weapons.
Wait, I'm proficient in martial weapons.
Then I don't.
Oh my god.
I is the holy man with the flaming scimitar.
Why am
My
I
favorite.
proficient in martial weapons?
Because you're a cleric.
I'm curious. I don't
really?
want it, but am I
Yes.
in martial weapons as well? I don't want it though, even if I am. Yeah, I am
What
in
about-
The thing that I
martial
just don't
weapons. too.
understand, rangers are proficient in martial weapons, but they're called rangers. At least in my rework, I made it so that you're only proficient in ranged martial weapons.
I mean, I don't want it though. It makes no sense for me, so I bow out.
It makes no sense if I get it either, because I have my cantrips for that.
You could consider asking if anyone here could teach one of the small boys how to fight with it.
As she hears about teaching somebody, well, there is always the rays of training. Lots of potential places to train and learn stuff.
We will take it for now and we'll find a way.
Wait, you want me to learn martial arts?
If you want it.
I mean,
Otherwise, it will go to the cleric, which is funny.
Does the cleric want it? Can Asuka wield it?
No, I'm the same as you. I can only do simple weapons.
How about Booming Blade Man?
Booming Blade Man shows proficiency in rapier.
ironic. I take
Well,
it
then,
and I look
okay.
at it like, I wish you guys could feel this like I do. And then I give it back.
So, Charles, did you want it?
If no one else takes, I'll gladly take it.
That's. Yeah, well, thing is, either you take it or we'll. Can we even learn martial weapons?
Okay.
I'm sure if
So-
you spend some time here.
No?
Yes. So there are many ways, whether it is from the official DMG guide or from homebrew ways, to learn a certain proficiency of a specific weapon or weapons in general. Depending on how broad you want to go, is how longer it'll take for you to learn it. The more specific you go, the less time it is going to take. On top of that, I have to inform you that this is a magical weapon, which requires attunement. So on top of trying to learn this martial weapon, you'll also have to take a little while to attune to it. And attunement means that you have to spend about an hour, if I'm not mistaken, spending time with that weapon, trying to understand its workings. And this mostly happens during a rest, or before or after a rest. That said, every DM makes you take a different amount of time for it. For me, in this instance, for this weapon, if you want to specifically learn to wield a scimitar martial weapon, it would take about 3 days of training, 5 hours. So about 15 hours in total.
Well, does either of the thieves, of our 3 rogues want to invest their time is the question now.
Well, as you are talking with her, well, in any case, it's yours. And she presents you the sword. I have some work to do. Enjoy! And then she hops off. And
Charles will grab the scimitar for now, then and just like play around with it a bit.
Alright. You take the sword. Okay, great. Great.
For now.
Yes, great. Can you roll me a constitution saving throw?
I knew it.
Sure. I mean, if you want it.
Does it catch fire?
Charles is dead.
Charles, as you hold the weapon, there is a strange pulse on the side of your belt. And that pulse flows all the way through your body, all the way up into your hand. And the flame ablaze goes straight into a blaze, but rather than the blade, it ablazes the hilt which you are carrying. Take 2d4. Take 6 fire damage as you drop the flame sword on the ground. It rejects you.
Oh, yeah, it rejects me. Oh, that's it.
You don't get to have the good stuff.
That's okay. I guess that's the thing.
I guess it
we'll look
doesn't like the cleric.
Skux will look at him and be like, "Do you even know how to properly hold a weapon?" And he'll try and pick it up.
Nothing happens.
It's rejecting his fucking nonsense.
Nothing happens. Oh my god, do I need to spend 3 days in this? Ugh.
Well, do you want to have it?
May as well. Or I'll hand it to Asuka.
I don't want it.
God damn it.
Who are you and what have you done with Asuka? A valuable sword?
He doesn't want burns on his pretty little fingers.
I think rather than choosing who it accepts, it just chooses not to accept Charlie. Because of things in his past.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, because a sword is sentient.
Well, I will. I guess I'll marshal the weapons.
You can add a flame tongue scimitar into your inventory, but you're going to unequip it. Basically, not have it checked with a blue check mark next to it. You know what? I'll do it for you.
Okay. Let's see.
Why couldn't it have been a rapier, huh?
Indeed.
Why would I give you more OP stuff?
Because you like me?
So you give the rogue one aid instead.
You
Like
had your
wizard?
moment to shine. It's enough for the next
Don't
7
worry.
sessions.
Don't worry, Peter. At least you can wield the scimitar eventually.
I mean, it is a light finesse weapon, so yeah, it's
So
possible.
it can sneak attack.
It can be sneaked with, it can be offhanded, and it
can be offhanded. Jesus,
Yes,
that
that's-
is strong.
That's what the light property implies.
That's
it can be.
crazy.
So there are many properties on weapons. Finesse means that normally when you hit with a weapon, you use for your attack and for your damage modifier, you use your strength. If an item has the finesse property, you can use your dexterity instead as well, whichever is highest. If an item has the light property, you can wield it in your main hand, but you can also wield it in your offhand if you want to. So dual wielding is a thing. And then,
Hmm.
finally, you have versatile. And versatile means that you can wield that weapon with your main hand, or you can use both your weapons to use it as a two-handed weapon. And then it increases its damage.
Hmm.
Those are the base properties of a weapon. At least most of them. There are some other special types of properties like ranged or reload and stuff like that, but we'll get to that if it is in need of pointing out. So yeah, you currently have a Flametime Scimitar in your inventory, Skux. Let's see how long you remember that you have it before it gets forgotten.
Tell me
Yeah, I
about
need some
it.
help to remember that.
Don't worry, I will help remind you.
Yeah, did you actually take 6 fire damage, Charles?
Yes, I took 6 fire damage, God.
Don't get sass with me. Take another 1 point. In any case, no, it was a joke, Charles. It was a joke.
Jokes
look-
on you.
Can you imagine that 1 point making the difference in a future
Nah,
fight?
we'll take a rest soon anyway.
So,
Most likely.
what would you guys like to do now? Currently, the market people are starting to take away all of their goods and their wares and putting them on the side. What are your intentions right now?
Can we ask them where would a outsider find a place to rest?
You see, Adeline goes like, place to rest, eh? Well, honestly, we don't really have a lot of space here for outsiders. Most of them come here and then they just sod off somewhere. You know what? You can all stay at my place for the night.
Hooray.
Even
For
the
helping
dog?
He can sleep outside.
Alright.
That is preferable. Yeah.
Alright. So, for story purposes, you can follow Adeline to her abode here somewhere and have a good night rest sleep. She will, for this one time, provide you also with the necessary food and drinks from simple stuff as an extra thank you for your help. Do you all wish to take a normal rest, a long rest?
My HP
Oh,
bar is
Sabine
broken.
died?
No, my HP bar is broken.
Because currently it's still like about 8.
Resummon it. Mine was also.
Maybe it starts to get to 9 in the afternoon. So yeah, 9 p.m. right now. So if you are going to take a long rest, it's going to get very early into the morning.
I guess. Well, what do you guys feel?
Unless you all want to be lazy and just continue sleeping.
I think we'll take a long rest.
I mean,
A long
I
rest?
have to hunt things and gather things, but it's in places where we will go there eventually, so I'm just tagging along for that.
Why does my HP bar just...
Yeah, I had that too. I had to reload the page.
All right.
Well, but the first hour of the rest, Skux will do like slow kung fu moves to learn the sword.
What?
To attune to the item.
Mhm.
You can't attune to it yet. You're not proficient in the
Ah,
weapon
you
itself.
got them, you bastard.
Re, are you on your second character at the moment?
Huh?
Your icon changed.
Hmm?
Huh?
Never mind, it's back.
Oh, yeah. No, that was my account icon,
Oh,
Mithra.
I was thinking like, huh.
All right. So yeah, you're not proficient in the weapon, so you cannot, do your things to attune to it. At least not in my campaigns.
All right. Well, I guess I'll sleep till the morning. At least for my part, I'll sleep till the morning and see if I can, once I wake up, if I can join morning training and try to learn some shit.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
God, do the other people in this town also go to sleep, despite it being sun
Yes,
time?
sleep is still a thing.
Then Charles will take a short rest instead and like wake up at around 12 p.m.
Okay, so
a.m. I
you-
mean.
Well, yeah.
Oh, midnight. Okay,
Sure.
interesting.
You want to wake up at 12? All right. What do you want to do? The rest is still asleep.
Charles will move to the training area.
All right.
Can you tell me if there's anyone around?
There is the occasional guard running around, but currently most of the fields are empty, save for one or two of the guards that are actually supposed to be guarding, using the race to, train a little bit.
Can I go to a secluded spot where they won't find me?
Okay, stealth
Oh,
check.
God.
Disadvantage.
Charlie.
That's disadvantage anyway.
There is light everywhere, but disadvantage, stealth. Oh, you already have disadvantage.
Yeah. So it's
Okay,
8.
that's an 8.
Oh.
You try to move towards a ray of light, but you are noticed by a guard, but they don't really do anything. The rays of training are free for everyone in this town.
Okay, so they don't keep watch of me, right? Or do they?
They are not going towards you. You have seen some of them look at you, but they don't stop you from going somewhere, or if you want to try something.
Is there like any spot where I can be like alone with one of those rays? God.
Well, I suppose you could try and take the most secluded one. Well, secluded, the most alone, the one in the corner, probably, like the most in the corner. But whether you are seen or not depends on what you're gonna do.
Okay. Charles will just move over. Then, presumably, well, not like suspiciously or something, but like without anyone trying to notice him, he will touch one of those rays and step inside it. What
Okay.
happens?
So you step inside it. You can instantly roll me a wisdom saving throw first.
Yes.
Okay. So, Charles, a few things are going to happen. I'm going to first ask you to do me another. One small second. I need to just look up something really quick.
Charlie's gonna fight throughout the night. Tomorrow morning, when we look at him, he's like, instead of rested, he has 2 exhaustion points. Hmm.
What was the wisdom DC again?
Whether or not you resist the urge to fight.
Yes, that's true. But there is nobody around you to fight. So I first wanted to see if the rays are going to do, in essence, infect Charles. Okay. Charles, I want you to do me a charisma saving throw now.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, and then finally No, so what happens first? So first the wisdom saving throw failed, so actually failed. The question is, would you allow the energies, so that was a mistake. Will you allow the energies of the ray to enter you or not?
I will.
If you allow them, then you didn't do a saving throw, you would have automatically left them. Okay, then the charisma saving throw. As the energies are flowing within you, Charles, they remind you of some teachings that you've had within your church, within your monastery, and it does bring up some happy memories, joyful memories. You can remember your training in there. You can remember your teacher, and just like how everything in this entire valley is split up in two, where one is a darker and one is a lighter side. While you look at your memories on one side, if you when you turn around in that vision behind, you see you can see the exact same area and field you've had of a dream that you've had before. You see a single entity standing not far from you, with deep perception check.
All right.
With deep purple eyes looking at you. And it then puts out its hand, one finger up in the air, and wiggles it left and right, and you hear and you are then yanked out of the beam, and you seem to see the exact same guard from before that was talking with Asuka and Skux. And as he pulls you out of the ray, he's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Charles takes no damage, correct?
No, you did not take any damage.
Okay. Apologies. I was just curious about the light, and I kind of forgot to try
Curious
them.
about the light? Do you have any idea what you're doing? And then he points towards, behind you, towards that light that you're talking about.
I will look around to see. Look at the
It's
light.
completely black.
Of course it is. God damn it.
That's it. I'm taking you to Sundarena. You are not safe.
All right.
He takes his two fingers. He goes like he whistles. Then the other guards who are sparring look towards you and then towards the other ray, and some gasps are happening. And yeah, you are being forcefully escorted towards the House of the Sun.
By the way, just
Yeah.
a quick question: does this count for sleeping creatures? Do they actually receive it? I had that one prepared before, but
Oh god, who are you gonna wake up?
Unfortunately, it requires those creatures to have an intelligence score of at least 1.
Wait, who are you casting it on?
I'm just saying that none of you have a 1 intelligence.
Yeah, I was about to say what?
No, just joking. You can send a message across any distance. All right. The question is, who are you trying to send what now?
Peter,
Oh,
I'm trying to
Get
like
fucked.
send to Peter that.
Okay, 25 words. So easy. I'm counting.
Well, I'm just gonna type it out.
Yeah, type it out. 25 max words.
oh boy, why me?
You get what you
You can
deserve.
choose to just sleep through it if you want to.
Oh my god, is that?
Roll a d20. Ignore it.
Is that the one nemesis that's trying to kill me again?
One.
I mean, you don't need 25 words to say, I fucked up, I'm being put away.
Please help.
But I want you to say, I fucked up again, please.
I did the thing like I did at the moon camp. I fucked up and being taken to the princess. What the hell?
Do we have a bonus word to say, I fucked up again?
That's 19 words. You can still add 5 more.
Oh, 6.
Okay,
Sorry,
5
6
more.
more.
6 more. Okay.
I am hungry. Bring food.
I.
Can't prepare breakfast.
I mean, since you added that, I will not take it very seriously.
Well, that's fine.
Alright, so
Now,
okay,
Peter will wake
Peter,
up.
something probes your mind while you are sleeping. It rustles you from the sleep though. Groggily as you stand up halfway through it, you hear the voice of Charles, who is clearly no longer next to you. It's like, and you hear in an echo, I did the thing like I did at the moon camp. I fucked up and I'm being taken to the princess. Also, I can't prepare breakfast, sorry.
Hmm.
I just facepalm myself. Oh my, that fucking idiot. I wake up all the others.
Oh,
Nobody
God
gets to
damn it.
sleep if I get woken up.
You motherfucker.
All right. So here's the thing, though. Charles woke you all up halfway through. Normally, all of you only have
Oh my
gotten
God.
a short rest. So next time, if you're gonna do something like that, I'll have to remember. So for now, you can keep your long rests, but I should have normally punished you all for his mistake by keeping you all having a short rest instead. But too late for that. I don't remember what you had and didn't have before it. So, but next time, say it a bit sooner before you click on your long rests. All right, Charles.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you,
it wasn't my
Charlie.
it wasn't my intention to
That's
get
the thing.
caught.
There are a lot of things aren't your intentions.
No, but like I was prepared to take a short rest purely to like do it myself, and that's why I was trying to stealth so much. But yeah, then the fucking sunlight turns black. Of course it does.
So
Do we
people
leave
and like
Laura here? It's very late.
In any case, while you are being escorted back, you can roll me a perception check at disadvantage
Oh,
because you're
Charlie.
being forcefully pushed towards the House of the Sun, so you cannot. Okay, you do not see that the ray of light behind you loses the black color and becomes normal again.
Do not or do.
You do not.
Okay.
Okay, neither do the guards. They are literally taking you forward. Okay.
God
So
damn it.
as you are approached, the one guard that pulled you out kind of like ticks the back of your knee with his glaive and forces you on your knees in front of the House of the Sun. He and together with the other guard next to him again do the gesture by slamming the two glaives on the side and exclaim the urgency of having Sunalena brought to them.
No, that's nice.
The other guards are a bit shocked at the same time of the urgency, as happened before, but one of them goes inside, and after, I would say, maybe 4 minutes maximum, you see Sunalena coming outside, obviously disgruntled and not in a good mood, that's for sure. She comes out, well, what is the meaning of this? Speak. And she mentions towards the guard, my lady Sue, and she and he bows as well. This blasphemous person, they corrupted one of the rays and the rays of training. Her eyes shoot up. Corrupted. She asks. Then the guard is going to. Yes, silence. You do not need to speak for another. They will speak for themselves.
That makes it worse.
Fuck you.
Rise up, accused. Face me. If one would truly say the truth, they will always face the sun head on. Now,
Charles will stand
speak.
up. Charles will stand up and she will, well, now, do I bow? No, I don't bow. Well, I do. I slowly rise up and face her. I will say, my apologies. I did a rash thing and touched one of the lights out of curiosity. When that happened, I didn't notice it, but the guard noticed that the ray of sun went black. This was not my intention, and I did not know this would happen.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion. Where is... Oh, come on!
Well, he'll
Oh,
hang you.
What the hell?
Can we
is
have
this?
the money back?
You see that she closes her eyes and thinks for a little bit. Whether or not your intentions were pure or not, I don't think I care about that. She looks towards the guard. Bring me to the place where he corrupted the ray. And you're all going to follow. At this moment, you guys can either choose to see him being escorted together with Sunalena, like, in a walk of shame-ish ways, towards the rays of training.
With a bell behind him. I'm
Do
already
I
here doing
care
my kung
about
fu
you,
fighting.
Charlie?
At this moment, though, even though it is in the depth of like night, in terms of like people sleeping, there are people around gathering and being interested in why the Sioux is suddenly leaving the house of the sun and going, walking with an outsider towards the rays of training. It's like she looks towards both Charles and the guards. Well, where is it? At this point, the guard is like, I implore you, Sunalena. I saw it happen. The ray became as black as night.
Charles just thinks to himself and says, "Oh, I must have imagined it. Apologies then."
Is that what you say to her?
Well, yes, since Charles himself is confused at the moment.
All right. Genuinely confused then. Okay. Sunalena takes a deep, deep breath and it's like she looks towards the guard and with a firm stare she calls him out. Guardsman Rune, present yourself in front of me now. And you see the guard, little bit disgruntled, looking angry towards Charles, but clearly and then takes a bow in front of Sunalena. Look me in the eyes. And he looks upwards. Did you or did you not see one of the rays be corrupted into black? Dare to lie to me. And the guard is like, I swear upon my family, Sunalena, this outsider corrupted it, at least for a time. I did not see it turn back to normal. I implore you, this is the truth. She looks towards Charles again and then sees his entourage of friends also arriving. You four, take him with you. He is no longer permitted in the rays of training. I will not take anything to chance. As for you, Rune, you and your father and I will have some talking about this. You see him wince a little bit. It's like, I suppose I'll have to inform your sister as well. Isn't that something nice? Another thing she's to be disappointed into you about. You see the guard Rune again, whines very hard. Yes, my Sioux. I apologize. I merely acted in the best interests of the tribe. I see, but you also acted upon a waste of my time, it seems. She looks again towards the other four. Be that as it may, my decree still stands. He is not allowed in the rays of training. Should me or one of the guards see such things happen, consequences will be there. Speaking of, I've heard some rumors about you people from the other side on the tribe. Yes, now that I remember, I remember my sister being quite disgruntled about something happening in the Rays of Recreation. You wouldn't know something about that, would you?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm
what
not
you're
talking to you, I'm talking to him. And she points at Charles. Speak and look me in the eyes as I speak to you.
Charles will say truthfully. I did try one of those meditations, and it didn't work for me.
That's all that happened.
At
Something
least
didn't work, and that disgruntled my sister. She is taller than you and goes to eye level of you, and she looks at you. Lie to me again.
well, I didn't lie. Nothing happened to me, but the sunlight disappeared. I mean, the moonlight.
It disappeared.
It did.
She's starting to completely laugh. Oh, that would have been a sight. My sister's face would have been perfect. I wish I would have seen it. In any case, stay away from the rays of training.
I
You can
will.
toy around with my sister's recreation place as much as you want.
I will do that. Thank you. Charlotte gives it a slight bow.
All right, dismissed. As for you, Rune, you're following me.
You're fired.
Yes, my Sue. And then he looks very angrily at Charles.
Charles gives him a wink.
I just ask, so breakfast still on?
Breakfast still on, guys. It seems I'm safe.
Yes, indeed. In any case,
You
all
can
right.
never
So
stay out of
Sunlena
trouble.
is going away. And, that's a thing. So it's still, in terms of time, well past midnight. So let's just say about 1 and 2 in the morning. Most of you, not all of you, are only like half asleep. Actually, I forgot, Charles, you're a half elf.
I am a half elf.
Yes, you only need 4 hours of sleep.
Let's go! Woo!
Forgot about that. Elves are OP.
I can get my one spell slot back from level 1.
Yeah. So
How does
elves
that
and
even-
half elves use meditation instead of normal sleep.
But isn't technically a goblin also an elf?
Oh, shut the fuck
Don't
up. You're
technically
also a dwarf,
speaking-
apparently.
Don't even try.
And a dog.
The dog.
Woof.
Well,
One of
I-
these days, I'm gonna get a wolf pelt draped over me.
I face Peter and then I say apologies. It was not supposed to happen. So, as an excuse, I will make everyone's breakfast off my own cost.
Yeah,
And
it better
let's
be
go
edible
back.
this time.
Yeah, so, like I said, Adeline provides already for
Yeah.
this one moment.
Wait, but Isaac, do I get my level 3 spell slot back from the sending I did? Since I technically sleep from 2 to 6 then, so it's technically 4 hours?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, nice.
You just click on long rest in front of your character sheet.
Okay.
All right, so it becomes, in terms of time, morning, and what do you all do as Adeline kicks you all out? Like, all right, everybody, take yourselves and that dog of yours outside. I need to work. Out. Next time, search another place to sleep, or bring me back my great axes.
Skux will trek down to the race and try and find someone to teach him some martial arts.
All right, you can place your character at the race.
Charles
am
will
at
not
race.
do that, as a matter of fact.
What are you gonna do, Charles?
Well, not the range cucks.
All right. What will Charles do instead?
Make breakfast, I hope.
We already had breakfast, I believe.
Yeah, Adeline provided for you.
Uh,
Normal breakfast, nothing special.
I will
Sabine
make
will
the
follow
next one.
Scruggs.
I have to
Alright.
teach him. I know how to use it.
Oh,
What will Asuka, Peter, and Charles do?
do you want to try? Do you want to try the sword?
No, you have to use it. Let them talk first.
Let me first know who does what.
I don't even know what to do here.
There are multiple options you could do. You could maybe ask around if you have questions. You could go to the Sun Market. You could go
Yeah.
to the Way of the Moon. You could go and finish your quests from the Sunrise Plains. You could maybe try and find someone to give the letter that you have. You could try and find some pelts on the other side. You could maybe find a flower. Maybe find an elusive little critter. You could, keep asking questions about the environment. There are many things that you could do.
Very well.
There's still a
Charles will go to the
love letter.
Sun Market. Well, like keeping an eye out for that person that Asuka mentioned, Nostora.
Okay. While you go there, you can already roll me a perception check.
Perception. Fun.
Oh, you're also looking for Nostora, Asuka, or what are you doing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, you can also roll me a perception check then.
I will follow Sabine afterwards then in the evening.
Yeah, but it's still
Right.
morning.
Yeah, it will be later on. So.
Yeah, we'll just spend the first 5 hours.
Asuka, you can place your character a bit closer to the House of Sun. As for Peter, what do you do?
I want to find a guard and tell them that the outsiders us killed the big beast
Oh,
that they're
okay.
running from.
Let's start with that. So you approach one of the guards at the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go there, you see multiple guards. One of the guards actually is again the other guard who you presume to have been called Rune from before. And one of the guards is like, hey, Rune, isn't that one of the guys that got you into trouble? And he stands up and then looks around. You. And he actually steps like I wouldn't say hostile, but quite angrily towards you. You and your entourage have gotten me into big trouble.
Hey, I haven't done anything. Do not throw me into your shit just because I'm associated with my friends. That
I see.
is
So if one
completely
of my
unfair.
All right, so if one of our guards people just kills one of you, the rest of us isn't anything noted by association, now are they?
Now this is just completely different. Anyways, I'm not even here for this. Can I talk to somebody else, or will this mean you just talk to me because he's angry at me?
One of the other guards is gonna come on, Rune, let it go. It's already over. He just huffs a little bit and turns around and looks towards the outside of the plains. You're just wasting your time with them. They're nothing but trouble. You'll see. He goes away to the side. And another guard goes yeah, I don't know what happened or how it happened, and honestly, most of us don't really care. It can be funny sometimes to see Sunalena, teach him some manners and whatnot. He still has to go and face his father, from what we've heard, so that'll be a sight. All right, what did you want to talk about, outsider?
Well, we were yesterday. We were in the Sunrise Plains on some quests for people needed help from the Sun Market, and also there was the big beast that your fellow guardsmen ran away when they saw it.
Sorry, what was your last sentence?
That there was a big beast that the fellow guardman. I cannot speak tonight. I'm sorry. That fellow guardsmen ran away from.
Initiates.
Yes, the initiates ran away from, and
oh, you managed to fell it. What was it? Because our initiates were kind of useless on that stuff.
it was actually Displacer Beast. Was it called?
Oh, these are quite rare. You normally see those at the Sunset Cliffs. That's weird. Why
Really?
would one be at the Sunrise Plains? That's unheard of. I'll keep this in mind. Thank you. It, with that information, I would implore you to go and talk with Sunalina. She might be interested in knowing that you've dealt with that little beast. Thank you again. That means that the plains are open again for initiates to train. That's wonderful news, actually.
So you normally train among the Lord of Lions? That's normal?
I have to learn from something. The rays of training can only help so much. Nature itself is the rest.
Fair enough. I'll go inform Sunalina.
All right. Charles, okay, who are you hunters marking,
I'm
Sabine?
ignore. I plot already.
Okay. Charles, let's see. You did a perception check around you, and you can definitely identify many people around you from your memory. Unfortunately, you do not see somebody who fits that description as you go
Okay.
towards the Sun Market. But what are you doing at the Sun Market?
Nothing major. Just looking for some like spices I can use in my cooking stuff.
Spices, you remember, are maybe best to be looked at the site of the sun because the alchemist is there. Side of the moon.
So there's no one
I
on
wouldn't
the
say
side of this.
no one, but if anything, if you're looking for like good spices to work with in terms of food, yeah, the other side. It's how I designed it. I'm not going to start making new out of thin air and then make it complicated.
Okay. Well, then my purpose here is done.
Okay, let's see. Suka, Peter still hasn't arrived yet, so we'll have to wait. You rolled me how much on a perception check?
16.
All right. As you look around and you arrive around the side of the sun, you hear the chimes go off again, indicating that the door opens. And from it, almost in like the same sort of garbs, but less eccentric and a bit smaller stature of a woman comes outside. You remember the same sort of like people that wore the same attire for Monatria, and now here again, one that wears the same attire as Sunalena, being their handmaidens. And this one shares the exact description of what Boreal was talking about, or shown in his letter.
Does she wear the moon locket?
You do not see the moon locket, unfortunately.
I mean, I guess she doesn't wear it in the open in a sun tribe. I'll approach her, I guess, if that's possible.
All right. You openly approach her as she steps outside. It's like, my apologies, I need to pass.
I'll make sure her brother isn't anywhere nearby.
Her brother is, well, your character doesn't know. Perception check. Oh, you definitely know that nobody of interest is around you. You're perfectly safe to converse with her.
I'll greet her and I'll say, you don't know me, but I know you, and I am here to deliver a message from, well, a discreet message from a person you don't openly want to, I'll just make sure that nobody else can hear it and that she is aware that it's Boreal that I'm talking about.
Just from your natural perception, like I said, you were at a safe distance from others, and as you say the name, she also looks around real quick and snatches the letter from your hand. She then hides it immediately somewhere between her robes. It's like, please, I need to pass right now. I have obligations. And while she passes through you, thank you. You hear a little thank you in your ear. And before she completely leaves, meet me at the back of the Sun Market in about an hour.
Uwu. Sure.
Is that what you say to her?
No, I say I'll just nod.
And she leaves, but with a bit more spring in her step.
Oh boy.
As you do that, you see Peter approach Asuka.
I didn't steal anything.
Now, why should I believe you?
I mean, you shouldn't, but I can still say it.
Fair enough. I'm not here for you this time. What are you even doing here?
I found our correspondence that Boreal message wanted to message.
Oh.
I'll meet them later behind the Sun Market.
I'll leave that to you. You're more sensible than I am.
If you say so.
Well, considering what you showed us before we got into the sister tribes, yes, you don't look like that bad of a person.
Oof.
And I just leave.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think he's got quite the.
He's a little retarded.
Oh God.
Listen,
Yeah, sure. What's reset?
that's rude. Now
said
Ray
a
is going on my
little.
shit list.
I was gonna say like a people's person if you think that of me, but yeah.
He's not the smartest guy. I mean, he is smartest, but not the smartest, if you know what I mean.
He's smart but not wise.
Precisely. He has wisdom of 12.
He basically knows that a tomato is a fruit, but he knows that he doesn't know that you
Is it
shouldn't put it
though?
in the fruit salad.
Never mind, my wisdom is 10. It's even worse. Why isn't my printer working?
All right. But what are you gonna do, Peter?
I'll try to contact Sonalena.
How?
Through the guards, see if they can get her out.
All right. Roleplay.
I'll approach the guards and hello, could I get an audience with Sonalena?
They look in front of them and they ignore you.
Well, could you at least give her a message that the outsiders managed to fell the big beast? It was a displacer beast, and I'm pretty sure she would like to know.
Again, they ignore you.
Goodbye. Actually, can I try to cast a message to Sonalena?
Are you going to cast a spell? Show me message. You point towards a finger within range and whisper a message. The target and then here's the message and can rely a whisper. You can cast a spell through solid object and know it if you are familiar with the target. Magical silence, 1 foot of inch. Lead. Doesn't know. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners and through openings.
I'm sure she's gonna love it.
She'll be delighted to hear that.
All right. Tell me your message.
I'm sorry, guys, if I'm getting us into trouble.
I
Don't
don't
worry,
hear
I
you.
already did that.
It's not like it can get any worse.
Challenge accepted.
Okay,
gallows.
fine then. You gave me the ammo. Hello, Sonalena. This is Peter, one of the outsiders. I've came here to deliver a message, but your guards wouldn't allow me to gain an audience. And I am here to tell you that we have managed to fell the beast that the initiates ran away from. It was a displacer beast. You can reply to this message.
All right. First, there are a few seconds, maybe 10, then 15, then 20 seconds of silence. Roll me a
A Constitution saving throw.
roll me a
Survival check.
charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Oh boy.
These are rare.
All right.
It's a 14 pass.
16.
I'm
Okay.
fucked.
Take 1d4 psychic damage.
What did you fucking cast on me? Fucking mind sliver or what?
Yes.
She's a bitch.
Well, not really mind sliver. Oh no, that's wrong. That's not a charisma saving throw. That's an intelligence saving throw. Do it again.
Oh.
Intelligence, I'm better in that.
So I
I
said take 4. How much did I say? Take 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, take 8.
8 damage. Okay.
8 psychic damage.
Good job.
And then you hear a message on top of it as well. Dear Peter,
Fuck
although I am very, very, very happy that you've dealt with the so-called beast, as I enjoy action more than inaction, it would be in your best interest to never again send something like this to me without my knowledge beforehand. As for why the guards did not want to tell you anything, it is because you didn't perform correct protocol for them to answer you. Again, not a second time. And then the spell ends.
I don't fucking know.
Through Peter. Through Peter.
Make it a hour like in Harry Potter. Yeah. Just like, no, I'm gonna make it Mandragora screeches next time.
Oh well, at least now she knows. I'll just go chill on the way to the moon.
All right. Can you just roll me a history check while you're going to the way to the moon? All right, that's decent. You remember that there is a certain protocol while approaching the guards at the House of the Sun. You saw Rune do it. You saw other guards do it. You have to slam your glaive twice into the ground while approaching the guards who respond to you.
Do I fucking have a glaive?
Just something to slam to the ground. Come on, you're a smart inquisitor. Act like it.
Yeah,
Roleplay
I guess I could have taken out my rapier and hit it to the ground twice and destroy my edge. High edge.
All right, we're
Just
going
use your
to
wands.
actual edge and Ree.
Hello.
All right, Ree.
Hi.
No, I mean Skux. Sabine, tell me, what is your intent here?
Train for 5 hours.
You would
Jesus.
train for 5 full hours.
Well, didn't you say 5 hours for 3 days?
You know what?
no,
Sure.
No, I caught that as 5 hours for per 3 day.
No. 5 hours every day for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I caught.
Okay, you're gonna train for 5 hours. Sabine, are you gonna watch him to train for 5 hours?
No, I help him.
You
He
help
needs
him.
someone,
Oh.
and I know how to fight, so...
Oh yeah, you have proficiencies in the martial. Okay, great. Flora is just gonna
Next is the
gather some flowers and make some flower
I
headbands.
tell her
so
to stay away from any race.
she nods and makes gestures like, I don't want to fight, and she just
Good,
goes
good,
around.
good.
So she's like another child her age, and they just run around playing tag. Let's see. So that happens. Well, since you're gonna do that for 5 full straight hours, let's see what Asuka, Charles, where are you going now?
I'll just wait around the sun markets.
All right.
Maybe
Just
keep
place
an
your
eye on
character right
people.
there, behind the sun.
I will actually go to Suka and I guess just do some small talk to him because I'm bored as fuck.
Considering you're leaving and she's entering, you'll see her walk. Let's just say that you encounter each other over here. So I'm just gonna move it over there. You see Asuka moving towards the back side of the market, even though you know that this front side is over here.
Charles thinks I'm stealing as well, just like Peter.
No, I'm just bored. So I'm just following what you're doing.
You are?
Yes.
Do you just allow him to walk with you?
Does he?
Huh? I mean, I don't care.
You don't care?
Charles.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like,
Then
yeah.
you can follow. Okay, then we can put you both there. All right. As you stay at the back of the Sun Market, an hour passes. At that point, around the same thing, Peter moves through the Way of the Moon. And after a while, you hear some ruffling at the trees, and you hear, yes, over here. And you see the same lady, but this time in normal attire, no longer in these handmaiden attire with you. Please come over here. Most people stay quiet, provided you give some coin. Most merchants here give enough privacy for talk.
I'm not giving anyone coin, girl.
Don't worry. I've already worked for that. I've already dealt with that. The letter you gave me was payment enough.
Right, so I suppose you have a letter in return?
Yes, please give him this one. And you see a self-same letter with another wax seal on it again. Only that this one smells a little bit, more flowery.
This is all very pretty and well, lady, but I'm not a courier. I'm not like in this for, charity. If you're
Then-
catching my drift.
Well, what would you want in return?
Whatever you can offer up as payment for this trivial task.
Well, I could either provide coin, or I suppose you would already notice that I am a handmaiden to the Sioux. I could put in a good word for you if you are interested in better stature.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Like, value goes beyond material things.
All right,
Could also
I'll vouch for you when the time arises.
not need to vouch, like maybe passing on some information every now and then that could be of use. Could also work.
What kind of information are you looking for then? Maybe I already know it.
Maybe things concerning what happened between the two tribes and bit of the diplomatic side on things, why the Sun tribe and the Moon tribe are not getting along, whereas from what I've heard in the past they were getting along.
Yes, it's quite something. Well, we have some time. Sit down. How much do you already know? Have you been informed by someone before?
That's about all we know. We just know that you guys clearly don't get along now, whereas before you supposedly lived in, well, maybe harmony, sort of a balance.
All right. Listen. Before, both tribes lived together both tribes lived together in this valley. In peace, honestly. We weren't even two tribes, we were just one tribe. We were called the Tribe of the Two, signifying our belief towards both our gods, Hitea, Sun the goddess, and Selûne, the moon goddess. Each priest prayed for both, and this kept happening for generations. Then one day, when most of us were not even born yet, our entire village or giant or big tribe was swallowed up by the forest. The plains you can see now, the cliffs on the other side, were twice as large before. We saw that every now and then the forest was slowly, how do I say this, swallowing more and more of the land, unable for us to leave or let alone do anything at all. At some point, our previous Mosu, Eclipsa, mother to both Nalina and Onatria, who are now both Su and Mo, well, she was the one who made it possible for us to still exist, actually. Have you taken notice of the barrier around the valley?
We've noticed it, yeah.
Well, that barrier exists thanks to our previous Mosu. She, through a dream, managed to see that a star shower would happen, and within that star shower, a heavenly body would give us the power to protect ourselves. And with that heavenly body currently residing in the Temple of Two, prayers happened from both sides, together as one.
Is that what the rays are all about?
Yes, although not in the way you're seeing it now. Before, there was a cycle. The sun rises and the moon sets, and then the moon rises and the sun sets as normal. And then a terrible fate struck. Our Mosu died. Even us as handmaidens, we couldn't find out the truth. Neither could our Mo or our Su. Nalina and Onatria were devastated. At that point, the tribe was still at one, and it was thanks to Eclipsa's brother, the current Mosu Eclipsor, who kept our tribes in balance. He went from one tribe to the other as things started to get heated up because nobody understood as to why the previous Mosu died. At some point, fights began to happen more and more, and at some point, Mosu Eclipsor could no longer leave the Temple of Two. According to some rumors I heard, it is because he needs to keep the barrier intact on his own, and he cannot leave. And so, there was no mediator.
Yeah, you have no spokesperson to keep the balance between the clans because
Although both sides respect the Mosu, no one wanted to listen to somebody who was not appointed Mosu at all. So when Nalena took up the mantle of Su and Onatria took the mantle of Mo, it was, well, it was the start of a divide. As such, when priests were sent to enact their prayers, Sunelena demanded to have more power towards the sun, while Moonatria demanded more power towards the moon, which resulted in a split, as you can see, an eternal sun and an eternal moon.
I
So,
mean, even with all that, you and Boreal are living proof that it's all just, that there is a perfect chance for a balance between two tribes. So maybe
it is true, but there are multiple reasons as to why Boreal and I have it difficult. You see, my father says that it is because he is from the moon side that he doesn't accept him, but that's not the truth. It is because, well, he is not of the same stature as my family, and he does not want him to be involved. So he uses the excuse of him being a moon tribe, and of course, Sunelena eats that up. On top of that, being a handmaiden to the Sioux does not help in the entire dilemma. So we tried to meet up in secret until, well, one day my brother saw me meet up with Boreal.
Oh yeah, we ran into him. Quite a person.
He can be quite eccentric. He means well. he has already expressed his regret with it. He thought that Boreal was trying to get advantage from me, but they have been talking with each other and with me, and we've set aside the differences by now. They're pretty good friends, actually.
Let's see.
In any case, is there anything else I can help you with? Otherwise, please, when you can, bring him the letter. It would please me much.
Yeah, sure thing. Not like we have anything better to do at this moment, I guess.
Thank you. And again, if you ever need any information, you can always send me a message, one way or another, be it magically or physically.
Do you have a close contact with Sunalena then? Because it seems like my party members are having a rough time getting an audience with her.
Why would you say that? It is not hard to have an audience with a Sioux.
Apparently not for outsiders.
I've never heard of that before. Have you tried proper protocol?
I guess maybe that's where they went wrong. But then again,
just for clarification, if you want an audience with the Sioux, you first need to respectfully approach the guards. Then you need to slam your weapon twice into the ground and specify why you were trying to talk with the Sioux. Otherwise, they will not respond, as it is seen as a way of disrespect.
I'll pass along the message. And
all right. I'll be on my way. I need to, regain my attire and go back to my duties.
Very well.
Take care. She leaves. All right. Let's just say another hour has passed with your talk. Peter, let's see. We haven't had a break at all today. But
I mean, the idea is to stop in 19 minutes, right? Or do we go longer?
Okay, let's see.
If we take a break now, we might as well stop, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because to be truthful, I have been awake since 7 in the morning and I haven't sat down at all. So this is the first time I sat down, so I'm very exhausted. So I wouldn't mind ending a little bit sooner again, although this time it is something that is of my fault rather than something that I can't control. But I'm very much exhausted.
What do we get for letting you go earlier?
You won't get 4 stacks of exhaustion for working 5 hours within the race. How about that?
Sounds feasible.
And me, can I finally touch the race again?
No, you misbehave all the time. You and Peter both. You should clap your hands.
We are doing things perfectly fine. What are you on about?
I just want to do stuff.
All right, before we end, how about you both and Skux roll me a history check?
History. And like
there.
Just because I'm a nice guy.
Where do we? There you
go. Why isn't anything popping up?
Oh, for me neither. Oh.
All right.
Well, 2 brain cells at least.
Indeed, but that's exactly the DC it was. So how about you now both roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So Skux, you do remember that you were informed that working more than half an hour within the race would impose certain penalties when leaving them, but you seem to not care as the excitement rushes through you. As for Sabine, though, you do remember as well that standing too long in the race is not good for your health. So you do shake off that excitement and have the option to leave the race should you want to.
Can I drag him out?
Sure, if he accepts. At this point, you can just RP.
I realize that now we've been throwing blows for like half an hour, and
actually an hour.
An hour, yeah. He's been stumbling with that sword like a big dog that he is, and eventually I realize, even though my psyche is like, hell yeah, kill, it might be time for a break. And I tell him we should get out.
No, we can keep on going. Come on guard.
I at that point I will probably try to grab him and throw him out of it.
Are you doing a sumo or like a WWE effect, like bam with his face in the ground?
And,
In any case, do you want to be grabbed or not, Skux?
I would. Well, if we are saying that I'm pretty much brainwashed by this thing, I
Well,
would
not brainwashed.
see.
You're just a bit more excited, but it's for you up to you to RP. You're still in control of your own body. Just that you don't really want to leave the race yet. That's the only thing you should know.
Yeah, I'll let myself be dragged.
All right, no need to do. Okay, you grab your friend Skux and grab him out of the race. Skux, suddenly the excitement leaves your body, but both of you have been at it for like an entire hour, so both of you get a point of exhaustion.
Better than more. Alexa,
So glad.
stop.
All right, so glad that you both didn't do it for 5 straight hours.
We would be dead.
You asked us to.
Yeah, and you forgot how the race worked. Well, it was clearly explained how.
I mean, how else would we be able to train?
Who said that we were going to do it in a race? Damn it!
I think that was pretty clear.
That was implied. In any case.
But is it necessary?
Well, you can continue training without, stopping. You just need a little bit of time to breathe in and breathe out, stuff like that, and then you just can continue. The idea is that you can do so without wounds, and it reduces your time in essence because you can do it, a bit more extremely. So rather than having to work for 5 hours a day, you're going to have to work 2.5 hours a day.
Well, yeah, we'll do 2.5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Well, first we take a break, I guess.
First we take an hour break, and then we are at it again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess we're going to end it